What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of J&B Unsupervised. Make sure you definitely check out our Facebook page and our shorts on YouTube. We got some interesting drink reviews that we did that will be up later today and throughout this weekend. And we are sipping on some half and half tea today.
Arnold Palmer Spiked.
Yes, sir. And
they only have the one that's tea flavored, half and half iced tea, half lemon.
It's actually half
5% alcohol. 12 ounce can. They come in like like the big cans, like the 16, 20, 24 ounce cans, but you get them now in 6-packs.
Yep.
They can cute little
seltzer cans.
Little seltzer type looking cans. Not a seltzer though. You freaking motherfucker! Oh my god! But very good though. Taste if you like tea, if you like twisted teas, definitely something to go and try.
A lot better than Happy Dad's because
Happy Dad's was very bad.
Very disappointing.
I would give this a strong 9 out of 10.
Honestly, I'm not a key. I would have to agree with you. I was gonna say 8.5, 9.
So I'd give this a solid 7.5. It's very good. It has nice lemony flavor. There's no bitterness. There's no like hoppy flavor like kind of some people feel like iced tea have. So it's very good. I like it when it's all they came out with it. I like it. And if you're into golf, like it has the Arnold Palmer, who is a very famous quote unquote for some people, the GOAT in golf. So he doesn't know. He don't know shit about golf.
I know Tiger Woods.
Just because he black.
No, everybody knows Tiger Woods. Everybody knows. That's like saying everybody knows Tiger Woods. Everybody knows. Every generation knows Tiger Woods.
You don't really. You just kept repeating the same name over and over again. It's like saying everybody knows Patrick Mahomes. You know what color he is?
Who's Patrick Mahomes?
Black.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You know Simone Biles?
Most decorated Olympian.
Yeah, she's black too.
And gymnast. She's also one of the oldest too.
She's
also crazy.
She's also like 4'8". She's 4'8".
But
she's 4'8", and she's like engaged to a fucking corner from the Packers.
Before we dive in, speaking of the Olympics, can you believe that Michael Phelps holds no records in swimming? Like all his records are gone. And now people are like, well, did Michael Phelps come up in a soft era of swimming? Like, why do we do that? Like, I don't know why we do that.
He dominated the people that were there. The same way that...
It's not like people in his era were trash. Like, obviously I can't name all the
people. They weren't trash.
But it's like, he dominated. Like, he did his thing. He won He has more gold medals himself than some countries have as a country. Like, so it's like, come on now. I don't know why we do this.
Well, we just
can't.
The
greats. I don't know.
We can't just enjoy like the here and now and enjoy the past.
It's always something, but it's just crazy because you think about it, he last competed in I think 2016.
Well, he's supposedly coming back and competing in swimming.
No, I did not know that.
In the 2028 Olympics, there's talks that he might be coming back to compete in some swimming event.
That would be
dude old as hell though. Like that's all I know.
How old is he now?
I don't know.
I think he's got to probably be in his 30s at this point.
Oh, I can find that. I was just trying to find the records.
It's just crazy to think. I mean, he hasn't been out of swimming that long, theoretically. And he holds, no records now. And then that comes up, and then people are like, oh, man, did he come up in a soft air? I'm like, bro, we got to stop doing these to the greats.
Dude's 6'4", though.
He's tall.
I mean, he's 39 years old, so if he would actually he would always have to qualify for the Olympics in 2028. That's being held in the United States for the summer.
And in L.A.
In L.A. at that. And, I mean, it would be impressive for him to actually compete with, obviously, teens and very early 20-year-olds who are that. And records are always broken, which is just funny to me because, Usain Bolt's record is almost always broken in running. It's very close. And, I mean, Usain Bolt's a one-off. Obviously, but world records and Olympics don't stand very long. No, just like the woman swimmer, she owns all the records.
And at some point, someone's gonna break all.
And she literally beat everybody by 18, 20 seconds.
Oh, I know that was insane. Watching her already done it, everybody's
she literally taking off her gear. There would be somebody that will beat all her records.
It's just the way it is.
And the world it's a world. It's not like it's just one country. And usually, I mean, for whatever reason it is the men's, it's usually the USA that holds all the records in swimming, which is funny.
But it's just the fact that people want to discredit him now. I'm like, really? Just because his records are gone? Like, I can't.
He's the most decorated Olympian, medal-wise.
Well, yes.
And people got to understand, though, too, that Michael Phelps would swim his races, and then he would be part of the relays, turn right around and do those relays with those guys.
Yeah.
And he'd be the anchor, which is anchor is the best swimmer of the best. And
yes.
And so that's...
I remember, honestly, back then, I remember watching him swim. And I don't care for swimming, but when he swam in the Olympics, I wanted to watch because it was Michael Phelps. Like, dude, I want to see you compete. Just like when Shaun White would compete in snowboarding. I watched him. Dude was the best.
I think,
it's just...
Everybody knows who Shaun White is, even if it's just based off of, his gum commercial. Everybody knows who he is. But you can't name another Winter Olympic athlete. You can't name a couple other,
there's just
summer athletes.
Like when Bolt used to run sprint. I watched it. Now I watch it for Shakira Richardson and Noah Lyles. I watch it for those people. I do. But...
Well, just this year, the United States have set 15 records of 35 in 35 events.
That's insane. So
in
over
the summer.
half the events they have set. But it's just... People need to... Like I said, people just need to stop disrespecting Michael Phelps. He dominated his era. He did what he needed to do in his era. He won gold, which was his job. He was supposed to go there and dominate, and he did. Some races were close. Some races were not close.
Well, it's funny. Actually, Michael Phelps actually still holds the record for the men's 200-meter freestyle that he set in Beijing in 2008 with 1:42.
Damn.
And that's
almost been 20 years.
I don't even know.
Olympics, I'll be 20 years.
I just want they need to have the obviously they have in track they have waves.
Oh, kind of like when they do the 40-yard dash, they put the person that ran it previously and let them go.
Have the elite go, and then a bunch of average Joes go. I just see the difference because I know my 40 was back in we won't say high school because in prime, but I knew I could run. But I want to see what I need the average Joe.
I think in my prime in high school, I think I ran a 4.6.
You want to go outside right now?
No, I'm full hamstring, dog.
Go outside right now. Let me see. Let me see it.
All right.
Well, it's crazy that it just in swimming, since we're talking about swimming, that Katie Ledecky, who owns pretty much all the records, she set the record in the 1500 freestyle this year in Paris, and the men's 1500 freestyle also got broke by Bobby Finnick. He did it in 14 minutes and 30 seconds. She did it in a minute slower, which just goes to show y'all, men are just built just a little bit motherfucking different.
Just a little bit. But
just a little bit.
She's a beast.
The same way.
She's a fucking beast.
Oh, the men's 800 meter, again, held by Katie. 8 minutes and 4 seconds. And then, men's, she did in Rio in 2016. And the men's is 800 meter freestyle.
Which was broke this year. And so someone broke it. So,
someone broke it was in 7 minutes and 38 seconds. So that's still 40 fucking seconds. Men are just built differently. But honestly, though, this is pretty intriguing. Men's 400 meter, 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Women's is 3 minutes, 56 seconds. Again, Katie Ledecky, who is the men's Michael Phelps. She owns all the records outside of the 100 and 200.
You're 12 years, these records will be there.
The women's 200 meter freestyle was broken by Australia's Molly Callahan. She did it in 1:53, which is Michael Phelps' record. He still holds in the 200. That's 1:42 that was set in Beijing in 2008, which is the oldest swimming record
on here. Yep.
To date, I do believe. Yep. So the fact that Michael Phelps still holds a 2008 record is really impressive.
And honestly, 2008 was probably really him in his prime when you think about that. Well, I was young Michael Phelps. Obviously, young.
How's that will make you feel?
Honestly, shut up. I was in middle school when that shit happened, bro. I wasn't even in high school yet. Freshman year for me was 2009. 2010.
But on the Olympics, how do you feel about the 100 meter race that happened between the.
Oh, so yeah, a lot of controversy with that race. Noah
Because-
Lyles beat the Jamaican. I don't know his name.
The Jamaican
All by him leaning
by his head.
by his head.
But even
because
though
if you
his
look at the race, the Jamaican's foot was kind of already crossed, but in now those rules,
it's torso.
It's torso, all like your torso, your arms, your elbows, all that is taken in. That's what they always tell you to lean. And Noah Lyles got that caused a lot of controversy.
A lot of people felt like oh, of course.
Now
the
people
American
are like, oh, we
winning.
need to change the rules. I'm like, the rules have been like this since the end of time, bro. So it's like
Ever since even when
but it was one of the best photo finishes.
Oh, it was a
of all time.
legitimately
I mean,
photo
oh
finish.
my! Like,
It was-
everybody was stacked.
Like he won by 0.05 milliseconds.
And then you had people, come at him like, you can't say you were, you dominated. I'm like, it don't matter. You still won. Winning is winning. Like Dom said in Fast and the Furious. It don't matter if I beat you by. It don't matter how I beat you. Winning is winning, baby. Like it's winning.
I was really hoping you were about to quote that too,
Honestly, I
and
forgot
then
the
you
quote,
and then
I'm
you
disappointed in
loved
myself.
it.
I fumbled the bag hard. But
Really
the
hard.
Olympics have been great. The Americans are leading in gold, silver, and bronze. I think we have over 80-some medals total. We dominating right now.
Actually, China has 28 golds
they got us.
to our 27 golds.
We have 97 total medals. God damn.
China has 25 silvers to our 36. We have 34 bronze to their 18. France has 21, and Great Britain has 21 bronze. Australia has, this is just the top 5. Australia has 14 silvers. France has 18 silvers, and Great Britain has 17.
Shout out to Great Britain, though, dude. They've kind of.
Well, this is usually the top 5. China, U.S., Australia, France, and Britain.
But overall medals, we dominated.
97. I mean, we collect a lot. We collect across the board for sure.
But I mean,
71 for China. I mean, we are really kind of the two biggest.
Yeah, I mean,
where Russia at? No. where are you at, Russia?
Let's see, South Korea.
Well, South Korea is 6th. Italy is 9th. Germany 10th. 11th is Canada. Ireland's 13th. Ukraine 15th.
Damn, Brazil, shut up.
Iran, Australia, Hong Kong, China, ass. What the fuck is the difference between? Well, Hong Kong apparently it's its own little thing.
God damn! Shout out to Israel who got one. Ah, damn! There's so many countries.
Was Russia not allowed? Like, where the fuck Russia at? I thought Russia. North Korea got
North Korea. Damn,
North Korea got 5 total though. Mexico, Turkey, Portugal got 2. I guess Russia wasn't allowed.
Did we miss Russia?
Russia not allowed to come play. And Fiji's even there. Colombia.
Damn.
What the hell?
There's just so many countries though. But shout out to all the athletes.
What do you mean? There's apparently well, we're tied for 70. There's apparently a tie for 77 with 1. Yeah,
one medal total. One medal total.
And that bronze. Like, I mean, all I'm just saying, Egypt got a bronze medal, so take that to the pyramids.
Is Russia really not on
there? I don't see Slovenia's there, Dominica.
Bro, I know Russia got to be on there. They have to be, don't they? This is crazy.
Maybe they just compete in the Winter Olympics.
Maybe.
South Africa, Kenya, Poland, Greece, Georgia, Denmark, Thailand.
Don't you think it's really?
What the hell? I got questions. Who's really competing for Thailand? Are you male or female? I got questions. Are you boxing or not, dog?
Yeah, man. We're not trying to get canceled when we're just getting started.
Alright, well, Fitty. Speak for yourself. Sweden, Hungary. I bet you are hungry with only 9 medals. Ukraine,
Ireland,
Romania.
Zealand,
No.
Canada. No, wow. Whoa, that's kind of crazy. Maybe
well, it is just a lot of ice there, so it'd be kind of hard for them to swim in ice.
Well, let's speaking on the Olympics. The triathlon, or however you say it, took place in that nasty ass water, and a lot of people
nasty ass river.
People got sick. You report people got sick, bro. You are not getting me in that water.
Well, that's just really.
Why would you swim in that?
It's supposed to be taken care of. I can't help that France's.
I just know Paris
sewage
has got to do something better than that. They got to figure out. Because I just don't understand how you can allow that. I get cleaning it. Granted, like we said in our last episode, they spent $1.5 billion
again
to clean it, even though it wasn't clean.
Well, because they cleaned it.
And then it rained.
And then it rained and apparently flooded the bitch. And again, that's where all their sewage drops, which, again, that's just problems with, like, people. With, like, us. Like, why are we polluting our water source? Why are we polluting the environment? Like, we literally live off the environment. Like, if we all stop...
Well, we have to do better taking...
Well, we have to stop eating so much like science lab shit.
Well,
and stop going to the grocery store for all our meat.
I guess the question becomes, is when did we start having... Like, where did this whole, let me create a steak in a lab to give you to eat? Like,
well,
where
because
did this stuff come
you have...
from?
Well...
Like,
fuck it. Because you have the left-wingest people, well, eating cows is wrong. That's bad. Bitch, if I don't eat a cow, you do realize you can't have your fruity fruit veggies because their shit is going to deteriorate the fucking ground? If I don't eat wildlife, if we didn't have hunters, we didn't have if we didn't have people that hunted wildlife, that they would... take over the fucking world, you would crash into fucking deers, turkeys, coyotes, like the would take over.
Like, I get it. If you want to be vegan and you don't eat meat, cool. Like, I get it. There's people that sometimes do it to try to help get healthier, and I get it.
That's not getting healthier. That's been proven, though.
No, I know.
Because that's actually bad for your body.
I know.
Do you? Vegan?
I'm not vegan. I like steak, bro. I like chicken nuggets. I like chicken nuggets. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Like,
isn't it kind of weird though that the best tasting bird is a flightless bird? That's a gift from God, dog. Like every race.
This man would cry if someone got on the news saying there's no more steak. Bro would go insane.
But I like, so on a real note, where are all the chickens at? Where are all the fucking chickens at? Bro, because you be going to Wingstop, Buffalo Wild Wings, etc., and people be ordering wings by the bundle, and I'm just like, where the fuck is... They also give you eggs.
Flavored wings.
Well, they also give you eggs, so I'm like, so we have chickens giving me eggs, so I'm eating all these eggs, and I'm also eating the chickens that are giving... I'm also eating the meat and the eggs. Where are all these extra chickens at? Where are they hiding them?
I don't know.
It's the government.
I just tell you this, I just don't like the way the world... What happened to the world where we cared about our neighbor, we helped one another?
Fuck
now
the
it's
neighbor.
like, it's fuck the neighbor, fuck you, fuck your opinion.
Leave me alone.
I can't believe you're on this side and not on this side. Like,
leave me
bro,
alone.
How many times do we have to say that people get so emotional in politics? Like, politics is like, people get so wrapped up in politics.
Leave me alone.
Bro.
No,
the politicians don't care about you. They only care about you around election time. After that, they really don't care about you.
When it comes to politics, I am bipartisan, which means I don't. Which means I'm neither party. But when you really look at it, it's really funny to me that when people talk about Democrats, and how they really that they're really there for the minorities, I don't know how to say this to be PC, but black people, if you look actually in Democratic history, they were actually a part of the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. They actually pushed forward. It was actually the other side that stopped slavery. Abraham Lincoln was actually a Republican. And if you actually look and you actually would listen to the party, that the Democrat actually come out and vote, and so they get they get a lot of the black vote because they promise to do so much for you, and then nothing ever happens.
Well, that's what
and so I don't understand.
It's up to us people to make change.
Why are we so divided? Why do we just don't want them? Like, to me, I don't care if you're black, white, yellow, pink, yellow. Cut your dick off, grow a dick, grow boobies, don't cut your boobies off. Why do we just want best for America though? Why do we not want jobs here? Why don't we not want to force increase tariffs here to make people pay more to bring their goods in here, eat our own food that we grow here, eat our own animals here, or lab-grown food, whatever, and our own oil here? Why don't we be self-efficient? And, why can we not figure out our own gender? I don't know any of that, but what is so wrong with being pro-America? Well, when did that go so wrong?
We had Wonder Woman, now we wonder if it is a...
Well, I wonder a lot when I look across the gym, and I'm like, are you a man or a woman?
Like I said,
is that bullshit dick or not?
To be my thing about with this whole thing that we got going on with gender. There's more. There's again. I'm gonna say this respectfully. There's two genders. But if you want to identify as something else, cool. But the fact that you have to force it on.
That's my problem. Don't force me.
My problem is we're getting into this part of the world now where we think everybody's got to care about your feelings. The world don't care about your feelings, man. The world don't care about mine. They don't care about yours.
Bullshit.
They don't care.
Oh.
Like, you know, they don't care. Like, we live in this fantasy world where we think that
my feelings should matter,
and they should
matter to you in your circle. Yes, but like there is two genders. There's X and Y chromosomes. That is scientifically proven. There's no conspiracy theories around that.
I'm all for you being whatever you want to be.
Whatever you feel like you are.
I want my ID to identify as a freshwater salmon. I can't get that.
Freshwater what?
Freshwater salmon. I asked. I went to give my driver's license. I was like, I identify as a freshwater salmon. She literally was like, I can't put that on there. I asked. I really did.
What? A fresh water?
I can't identify as a...
Salmon aren't fresh water, right?
I don't care. That's what I identify as, motherfucker.
Salmon actually, when they actually go to, they're actually ocean. They go to the ocean.
I'm not trying to meet the megalodon, all right? I'm
trying to the government have him locked down. What the fuck?
Disney's got him, all right? Disney's got him.
Freshwater salmon.
Freshwater salmon, baby. I can't identify as a helicopter.
Maybe now. Well, maybe now.
Brian could. We gotta stop thinking about, like, everybody's feelings matter. Like, they should matter to you and your circle and the people that you got rolling with you. But in the real world, it doesn't work that way. Like, it just doesn't work. And the fact that we have to force...
The fact that we don't know what bathroom to go to is humongously a problem.
Look, I'm going to keep it 100. I have a daughter. If I see a man go in the girls' bathroom, we're going to have a problem. Like, that's... I got
a wife, and I see a man going in there, and she mentions me, there's a dude in here. I'm going in there and yanking him out. And I'm like, we're going to jail.
Be who you want to be, and I'm all for it. But at the same time...
Okay, so how do you feel... So we live in Kansas. We don't have an airport here. I mean, we do, but it's not really
we have smaller airports.
It's not for commercial travel. So we go to KCI, which is in Missouri.
Yes.
They have a universal
I didn't know
bathroom.
that until you told me about it.
How does that make you feel that they have a universal bathroom for you, your wife, and your children, and everybody else's children, and your aunts and nieces?
Use it, cool. I'm not. Like, that's not... If I need to take my kids to the restroom, we go to the family restroom. Like,
well, the family restroom is still male, female, and then below it there's, like, family.
Like, so it's just, again, I just have a problem that we want to force so much on each other's throat, and just be like, cool. That's your beliefs, and I'm happy you believe that, and I'm all for that for you. But at the same time, you don't have to force it on me, and I don't have to force it on you. Like, if I want to be a freshwater salmon, bitch, mind your business. Like, all right?
I got a lot of questions why you think you're a freshwater salmon, honestly.
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
I got a lot of questions why you think you're a fucking fish.
I just want to swim away, dude. I don't want to come back.
That's why you end up with 3 kids. That's why you end up with 3 fucking kids. Like, that's how you got 3 kids. You got a trap. 3 kids. Damn, bam, done. Back. No eggs, fertile fuck. Like, 3. Me? I'm not a salmon, dude.
At least you know I'm not shooting blanks. Well, loaded, all right? No. What
do you mean no? You are a 40-year-old man.
Whoa, I'm 30. Slow it down. No, I'm not 31. Whoa. October's so far away.
Not really. Not really.
But getting back, like I said, like, just be happy. Like you said, let's get back to caring about one another. And
what's wrong with being proud to be American and not wanting people that aren't legally supposed to be here not be here?
Like, I'm all for people wanting to come here for a better life, but come do it
because
the right
we
way.
are. No, this is my soapbox. I will die on. We are a country of immigrants. You and I are both small portions of Indian, but we are proportionately, percentagely immigrants.
Yeah.
As most of us are. And so we are a country filled with immigrants, which is, yes, come here legally. Like I've said before, Canada, they're like, oh, you're going to come here legally, but what can you bring to our economy? What can you bring to our society?
To make us better
better as a country. What is so wrong with that? Nobody has a problem with that if Canada does that, but we want a stronger border that is apparently rubs people the wrong way. Because I want you to, like, you can identify with it as whatever you want. That's cool. But in a day, like, you still are male or female. That's genetically proven. That's science. What is so wrong with wanting jobs to stay here in America? What's so wrong with using American oil here? What's so wrong just being pro-USA? Like, what? Like, I don't understand how Americans have become so divided in parties.
You know what I think is crazy, though? That a lot of people don't realize that not a lot of other countries are free. Like, a lot of the countries don't have freedom. Like, I think a lot of people don't really understand that. Even me. I didn't realize that there are some countries that are not free.
Well, people think, oh, Great Britain. They're not. They have a queen. That's not freedom. Russia, obviously, not freedom. Canada,
South Korea, North Korea, really not free.
South Korea is very close to us. North Korea, not free. They have a dictator.
Yeah,
and so Kim Jong-un.
Even
but they don't have the kind of
Dubai,
the freedom of speech
they don't
that we have.
Let you in. Like, there's just so much.
And there's there was a thing that was put out that I showed you, that people that could pull Social Security are getting less under this current setup of administration than illegals are getting. Illegals are getting more than people that are pulling on Social Security, which is a hellacious problem. They were here. They are illegal. Whether they were born here or not, came here and did their time, did their part, worked, built what they could build, it was a workforce, they made something, and pulled their Social Security, and they're getting less than illegals getting set up with a home. Like, what's so wrong with just being pro-America?
I guess for me, we come from two different views, because...
you come from a military background.
I come from a military background, so I lived on base. We cared about one another. We knew our neighbor. Now, I'm assuming growing up, you probably knew your neighbor.
I came from the boonies.
So it's like... And then once my dad retired and we came into the real world, I realized very quickly that my neighbor don't give two fucks about me.
Yeah.
Some neighbors do. There's in my own neighborhood, I have two neighbors that give a fuck about me. I give a fuck about them. Everybody else, they don't give a fuck about me. They don't care. So I just think that's insane, because you should be able to rely on the people next to you in case something goes wrong, and that's just not the case. I just think to me, I just feel like that's wrong. And I just wish we could get back to that. And maybe it's never been like that. Because, again, I came from a military world where you gave a fuck about the person next to you. Regardless of their race, gender, whatever they were, you still gave a fuck. Like, they needed help, you helped them. So, it's just...
I think there's a lot of portions of America that I would say a good 90% is still that way, no matter where you fall on.
Especially the small towns.
Like the small towns are definitely
small towns. You ain't fucking with nobody in a small town. All right.
Okay. Well, way to preach a song. Like
no intention.
Way to hit that fucking time.
That was unintended. But yes. But I just hope we can get back to that. People get so divided when it comes to politics, and I just tell people all the time. We talk about it all the time. Politics. People only care about you when it's time to vote. After that, I've said this and I'll say this again. The rich are only there to keep the rich or get richer, and to keep the middle and poor class right where they are. And it's up to you to get out of it. There's plenty of opportunities regardless of what your race is. Like, look, I was a kid from the military world. We didn't have money. Like, my dad was in
the military. We ain't got money.
We did. I did not have money.
Okay.
Like, I didn't have a whole lot of shit.
You were like 12 years old. Yeah, you were
12 years old for what?
12-year-old kids don't got money.
I didn't have
money. Shit, okay.
I didn't.
Okay.
Did you have money?
Bitch, I was in the military.
But did you have money?
I was a kid, bitch.
How old were you when you got your first job?
Damn, 18.
I think I was 16, 17. I bagged groceries at the commissary for tips, and then I worked at a taco shop making taco shells.
I was an 18-year-old that was a assistant manager at a Dollar General.
Hell yeah. Kudos to you. How long did that last?
Well, I got fired for being sexist, so it lasted about 1.5 years. Like, just because I said women were...
Way to be honest.
Well, just because I said women are better at loading freight and putting the cosmetics and clothing out than our men, which were really, they weren't men, they were teenagers, better than the boys were putting that out, and that's what they need to do while they did the heavier freight and put up the seasonal. The assistant manager told the manager that I was sexist.
Damn.
And he asked me, like, did you say that? I'm like, well, yeah, because it's true. Well, you can't say that. What do you mean I can't say that? Like, that's true. Like, he was a male. A male fired me for saying that. I'm like, do you know anything about nail polish? He was like, well, in my closing firing interview, he was like, well, no. I'm like, okay, so why would a woman not know anything about nail polish? Like, these guys, we can throw a freight. We can carry liquid dishwashing detergent and dog food more than they can and get it done quicker than they can. What is wrong with it? Isn't it about all the efficiency? And apparently that was wrong even back when I was 18 years old, which is a lot closer than you are to 18.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I bagged groceries for tips, and then I worked at a taco shop my senior year making taco shells.
Where the fuck my taco shells at?
Honestly, you wouldn't want my taco shells. Some of them were deformed. Bro, they gave me this glove that I could, like, dip into, like, the
oil?
The oil, and I was so fucking scared. I had, like, this bucket. I put the tortilla around, put it in the oil, pull it out, pull the shell off.
Oh, you bitch.
I had to make, like, I think, like, 8 buckets a shift of taco shells and then store them so they could pull them and make the tacos. And then make the taco salads.
Oh, you bitch.
Honestly, I didn't like it, but I did it because I needed to afford stuff.
You bitch. You're like, I can see you. It burns.
Literally, they were telling me, like, yeah, you just put this glove on, you just put your hand down. I'm like, but it's hot. This glove, it'll protect you. I'm like, no. Like, I like my hair. I play video games. I'm Call of Duty.
You a bitch. You died. You dumb. Oh, you dumb.
Moving to the sports world, Tyreek Hill got a new deal. 3 years, $90 million, $65 million guaranteed.
You got any more of these?
Nope. They're all gone.
Damn.
I don't need no more.
That's trash.
Think about this. Tyreek Hill got a new deal.
Yeah.
Also, Tyreek Hill has over
still
12
the fourth
kids.
highest player.
He has over 12 kids, 5 this year with his wife pregnant. So
yeah,
6.
so, I mean, he actually has like 12 kids total.
I bet he has over 12. Is it 12 or is it 12?
It's like 12 or 13 kids. But no
shout
child
out to
support.
Florida. There's no child support.
No child support there.
Well, because he has, over...
Because he has over, I think, 6 or 8 kids in Florida you don't have to pay child support on. So since he has over that amount in the state of Florida, he ain't got to pay no child support.
I mean, I understand why Tyreek needed a new deal. These kids are getting expensive. They need clothes, shoes.
Oh, well, he don't got to pay for that, though.
Well...
I mean, the crazy thing is he's also married now. Like,
we should have known this was going to happen when he said he wanted to be a porn star. we should have known. He gave us clues. There was hints.
The fact that he was engaged and he had like 3 kids while he was engaged.
Shout out to the wife still being there. Like,
well, shit, they weren't together yet.
Like, could you imagine just getting a phone call? Hey, he got another kid. Where were you Sunday night? I was at the club. No, you weren't.
I was at the facility.
That sperm bank is crazy.
Yeah. The facility is a crazy place to be, my guy.
You know, Tyreek Hill, he stayed about the fourth paid highest receiver. He's gonna get basically $27 million per year until he's 35, basically.
Pretty much.
And Tyreek Hill, what, 31? 30?
Tyreek Hill's age? You have me look that up.
How old is Tyreek Hill? He can't be that old.
He's 30.
He's 30. Woo! So
it's funny to me that his picture is still at Chiefs.
He misses us.
There you go. He has cheap Miami.
There we go.
We'll talk about a mugshot, though.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham's 31. Stephon Diggs is 30. And apparently OBJ is on maybe available to play week 2 for them.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He's not.
I didn't know he was hurt.
Tyreek, I mean, all the people were getting paid. It really didn't change his money. Just gave him, like you said, more
guaranteed money through that time.
So, through the time. Like I said, he's going to get basically $27 million.
He's 5'10". He's taller than you.
We're the same height, man. I'm 5'11".
You know you're not.
I'm 5'11".
No, you're not.
You're just upset.
No, I'm not.
You need to let it go.
Yeah, you're really 6'2".
I wish I was 6'2".
No,
6'2". I would be in the NBA right now.
No, you're white.
That's okay. Your boy can ball. Like,
No, I haven't seen it. Vito.
Well, I'm past my prime. Like, I wasn't blessed like LeBron James. I can't play until I'm like 80. I can't do it. Like,
You haven't.
I can't do it. Staying on the NFL, the top 100 was finally released, but we're going to talk about the top 10.
Okay.
So do you want me to go 10 to 1 or 1 to 10?
Obviously, everybody knows 1 through 5, so let's go 10 through 1.
All right, so number 10 is Max Crosby, Las Vegas Raiders, at number 10.
It's pretty solid for him.
Travis Kelce's number 9. Obviously, our Kansas City Chiefs.
As long as no trying ranked above him, that's really solid.
TJ Watt, Steelers, number 8.
Yeah, he's better than Max Crosby.
Trent Williams is number 7.
Yeah, I mean, the best tackle still at his age in the league.
About to probably get a new deal.
Well, I don't think they get a new deal.
Not a new deal, but
But more money, kind of like a Tyreek Hill situation.
And the 49ers say they are working on getting that done. I don't know where they're getting the money from, but they're going to get it done.
Bro, that bank? I need that bank. I need that bank.
Clearly anybody can get along through that bank. Chris Jones is number 6.
Well, thank God Aaron Donald finally retired.
Well,
so Chris Jones can finally get the respect that he deserves.
I think people just, when Aaron Donald was there, I think Chris Jones got overlooked, and but it was also like because people like Chris Jones didn't show up in the playoffs, and now he's finally showed up in bigger games, gotten there.
I mean, Chris Jones single-handedly won us the Ravens game.
Yeah.
Was it the Ravens or Bills game?
I think it was the
Bills game.
Because he got there.
He got there to Josh Allen enough to force the throw over.
Any problems with 6 through 10?
No, that's pretty solid.
Okay, so this is where things get a little dicey. Number 5, Myles Garrett, Cleveland Browns.
See, I don't like that because
I think TJ's better than.
I honestly would take Max Crosby over Myles Garrett.
Ooh.
So that's tough.
We ask you guys, would you take Max Crosby over Myles Garrett? Let us know.
To me, they're practically the same kind of guy, really. But TJ's way more dominant.
So this is where things get very dicey. Is the 1 through 4.
Is it dicey or confusing?
Well, it's a lot of people are confused. But Patrick Mahomes, number 4. Mind you, this was all done by the players.
The players.
So they ranked Patrick Mahomes number 4.
Yeah.
How do you really feel about this?
I
got a lot of problems with it.
There better some like old Pro Hall of Famers in front of him.
Christian McCaffrey is number 3, and I have a problem with him being number 3 for the simple fact I think he should be number 2, and I think Patrick should be number 1. But Lamar Jackson, number 2, your reigning MVP that you love so much.
2-time MVP.
Yeah, 2-time. He
lost to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game.
He did. And then Tyreek Hill, number 1. No!
I mean,
just no!
I didn't know one more.
Me, personally, it should have went Patrick Mahomes, CMC, Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson. And then TJ Watt should have rounded out your top 5. That's how I think it should have went.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're wrong, you're wrong. So, like, yeah. Like, I mean, it's the fact that they had Tyreek. I mean, Tyreek Hill is he like when you line up against him, like, the one of the most, like, scary, he puts fear into you.
All I know is when he played Kansas City twice, he got strapped
by
locked down.
Different dudes.
L'Jarius Sneed locked him down in Germany.
And Trent McDuffie locked him down in Arrowhead. Like, it's crazy. Well, actually, Trent McDuffie locked him down in Germany, and then Sneed locked him down in Arrowhead.
Yeah. So, it's just like...
I get Tyreek Hill being that high, but, like...
Do you think there's a lot of saltiness by the players?
Oh, there's 100% saltiness. Like,
why give the most dangerous man more
ammo?
Motivation? Like, we're already back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Obviously, our Kansas City Chiefs. As you see, we got the flag in the background. Like, you're giving a guy more ammo that doesn't really need more ammo. Yeah. Back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Trying to go for something that's never been done in the NFL, a three-peat, which is never been done in the NFL. And we have I'm not going to toot our own horn, but we have a very, very great chance at doing it.
Well, we look at it, we're win our division. Like,
we're not in money hell like other teams at Buffalo.
Well, we just look at our division. We're not. We should win our division.
No.
The Chargers, I don't really know what they're doing with Justin Herbert and their rebuild of.
With Jim Harbaugh, who's a liar, but we're going to get to that later.
Well, and then you have the Broncos, who drafted Bo Nix, who's third on the depth chart.
The Raiders have already
and the Raiders
dug their funeral by making fun of Patrick Mahomes and
with the puppet.
Oh, dude!
And then
again. I don't know if we spoke on the puppet thing, but where do you get off?
That was a rookie.
Where do you get off doing that? You are a laughingstock in the National Football League with the Raiders. I'm sorry. You may not be the worst team in the league, but you are a laughingstock.
Yeah.
Where do you get off? And then, obviously, Antonio Pierce, head coach, came out and said it was a dress. Well, yeah, you're going to try to address it. Bro, it's too late. It's already out on the internet. Patrick already saw it.
That's great that you address it. Hey, this we don't do this here, but you already gave potentially the best team, but the best team in your division. That happened
before the top 100 was leaked. The top 100
right, but you did the best team in your division. Who's your rival? More ammunition to come at you on both days, both weeks that you play each other.
I'm not doing that, and the fact that you do that, again, I'm all for the rivalry. You can talk shit. Max Crosby talks to Patrick all the time. On the game, He's even said he tried.
But Max Crosby even was interviewed, was on a podcast, and was asked about it, and he was like, "I really, he's like, I hate the Chiefs, but they have the full respect until we can beat them twice, until they're not the reigning champs, until we can dethrone them. They're they are who they are, and the hate's different. Like he actually said, he hates, I think the Chargers actually more than he actually hates the Chiefs, but it's a different kind of hate. And I'm like, well, yeah, because you can hate a team that's winning, but you can really hate another team.
It baffles me that you would do that.
Well, our defense isn't getting worse. Our defense is only going to get better. They're a very young defense. They're only going to get better with age. Yeah. And our offense has added talent at wide receiver that we tremendously lacked. And apparently, Rashee Rice is just killing it in camp, and supposedly is not facing any allegations either for this season. Maybe you could see a suspension next year, but supposedly so far nothing coming of it this year.
Well, no.
So we'll have Rashee Rice all year. We'll have Xavier Worthy, our rookie.
Tooney is going to be wide receiver, probably a running back.
He's going to be that really good gadget guy. Yes. Miko Hardman really leading the way as that veteran, with who I'm very curious to see, like you said, and Hollywood Brown. With Xavier Worthy taking the top off, with Hollywood Brown. Then, obviously,
I think collectively,
Travis
our
Kelce
wide receiver
room,
we're paying about $14 million total.
It's $14 million, yeah.
So,
and that's my thing when we talked about quarterbacks getting paid. I'm like, okay, so can you elevate the talent around you? Because if I'm going to pay you this money, I can't pay for everything to keep good talent around you. You're going to have to take good and make them look great.
Yeah.
Well, Mahomes didn't necessarily make the talent around him look great, but he elevated them enough to be great in moments.
We go back to last season. People kept saying,
MVS is a prime example.
Criticize the receiver, and he didn't. Now, did he do it behind closed doors? Probably. He probably has some work.
He probably was really hard on them.
He did say nothing, and when he needed them to show up in the playoffs, they were there because he was hard, but also instilled the confidence for the world to see, I still believe in those guys regardless.
The thing is, people
even Travis had it drops, bat, and it was all around.
Well, Travis Kelce is a pro's pro, and he'll come out, and he's an age veteran. Will come out, look, that's on me, and he can own it. When the rest of those wide receivers outside of MVS really weren't an age veteran, they were a rookie. Sky Moore who? Rashee Rice was a rookie, but when you move off of the guys, the veteran guys we have had. MVS is now in Buffalo and sounds like he's might make the roster, but isn't catching on with Josh Allen. Juju, who was kind of a big name with the Steelers, eventually made his way to Kansas City, had a great year by all means.
And then Juju
went to the Patriots, and he might not even make the roster with New England.
That knee is not looking good.
So we've obviously seen really good talent come into Kansas City. And
Tyreek Hill's left and
obviously,
still done.
But that's different because Tyreek Hill is not on that level. Tyreek Hill can make a subpar quarterback look great just because of the talent. Well,
he got two of pay.
He got two
of $53.1 million. Throwing 5-yard passes.
Yeah.
So shout out to Tyreek Hill. Like, shout out to Tyreek Hill.
When you take 5-yard passes and turn them into 40, 50, 6-yarders, like just long as you're not in the cold, he's good.
Yep, he can't do it the cold. But speaking of wide receivers, moving off the top 100, top 10, moving on to wide receivers, Brandon Aiyuk was granted permission by the 49ers to seek a trade because the 49ers don't want to pay him, which we both. I know it's hard for you to say you agree.
I don't agree with you.
Do you agree that we feel like they should trade Debo?
No, they should keep him.
Really? They should keep Debo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not what you were saying earlier.
No, prove it. Prove it, bitch.
But they have granted Brandon Aiyuk a permission to move on, seek a trade. There's rumors the Steelers, Commanders, Patriots, Browns. Teams keep jumping out. Teams are jumping in. Supposedly I've heard the Chargers are jumping into this conversation now. So where do you think Brandon Aiyuk is going to end up? Like, I don't know. The Patriots.
I mean, I think he's going to end up in two places where he's always wanted to end up, and he's going to force his way there, which is going to be the Commanders or the Steelers.
Fair enough. Jalen Daniels, him and Brandon Aiyuk were teammates in college, and then obviously
for whatever reason, there's an attraction to the Steelers.
I think it has to do with Mike Tomlin.
That he likes, and I can see a really good fit there. There's need.
Well, the rumor
there's
is
a big
that
need there.
The 49ers are asking the Steelers to throw in a wide receiver in the trade. So
I don't think they necessarily really have a wide receiver to throw in the trade that's worth it, though. Like you say George Pickens, but he's been a diva.
Yeah,
a diva at best. So, like, I don't know if they really have that to kind of toss in there, though. So, the Chargers would be interesting. It would definitely give Justin Herbert and Brandon Aiyuk would be a pairing for the long run.
It came out that the Patriots were actually going to trade for Brandon Aiyuk with the 34th overall pick, but Brandon Aiyuk came out and said he wasn't going to resign there long term, so the Patriots said, never mind, and then they came back into this talk, and we're going to offer him basically somewhere in the ballpark of $32 million a year.
Well, the funny thing is that he's right now currently really linked to the Steelers, but the Steelers tried to trade for him last year with their first overall pick, and the Niners balked at it and said no. And so, again, everyone's expecting a first-round pick to be involved to acquire him. You're going to get a lesser first-round pick that's not even going to help you this year.
Yeah.
When you could have got one this current year in the fucking draft. So, again, the Niners, as great as they a team that they have constructed and as great as they have been, went healthy at quarterback a la Jimmy or Brock Purdy, because that's the two they have. They made 2 Super Bowls, 0-2. Against the Chiefs, but they've really botched it at a lot of big cases. They botched potentially the Brock Purdy trade.
Yeah.
Not the Brock Purdy trade, my bad. The Brandon Aiyuk trade, they botched it. If they could have moved him in the offseason and they weren't going to re-sign him. If you were going to re-sign him, why'd you not move him?
True.
And they also botched the Trey Lance moving up and getting him, then eventually trading him away for peanuts on the dollars to Dallas and not looking good at all, which just helps that dad in his contract.
I'll just be very curious to see where Brandon Aiyuk ends up. I agree. I think he's going to end up probably with the Steelers or the Commanders unless somebody comes in.
Unless somebody was willing to way overpay for his services.
So
because every team's going to be able to pretty much offer what they're. The thing is, everyone's going to pretty much offer kind of the same thing because the Niners are just kind of like, just wherever you want to go, we'll trade you.
Yeah. So
I'm taking the best offer I get from a team, and like you figure out your portion of the deal.
Yeah, that's fair. Early MVP race. Give me your top 3 quarterbacks in your early MVP race.
So my early MVP,
because it's a quarterback war.
Well, it's not for me. It's Mahomes. It's CMC, and it's going to be Josh Allen.
I'm going to go Patrick Mahomes. Aaron Rodgers, if he stays healthy with the Jets, I think he'll be in the conversation.
I almost said Rodgers, but
and then I'm gonna say
he's like 55 years old.
I don't know if CMC will have another year like he did. I don't know.
Well, you said quarterback, so you obviously have 3 quarterbacks.
I'm gonna say Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and C.J. Stroud.
Man, I didn't think you were going to choke down a Texan's dick like that, but okay.
I think if
like
I'm putting pressure on CJ.
So much to prove it.
Again, putting pressure on him. It ain't gonna be Herbert. It ain't gonna be Burrow. It ain't gonna be Allen.
Why is that gonna be Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow gonna get hurt. He's going to get hurt. Jamar Chase crying about not getting a contract. T. Higgins
Who says Tro's going to reproduce what he did with a full year of tape on him? I think he's going to redo the same thing. We saw the little step down that even Patrick Mahomes had.
And to me,
from
I
his
can't
second
put Brock
year.
Purdy in there because Christian McCaffrey is really the MVP.
But Brock Purdy was still in the MVP conversation.
I don't think it's going to be Jalen Hurts because him and Nick Sirianni can't get along. They're
But they also brought. But again, like I said last year, it came down to the coordinators, not really the head coach. Head coach.
What does the head coach do? He doesn't call the defense. He doesn't call the offense. What does Nick Sirianni do?
Mike Tomlin doesn't even call the defense for the Steelers. Like a head coach at the best. If you have a great OC and a great DC and the special teams that take care of it, you can manage it all and put your input where it needs to be inputted while managing your players.
Fair.
That's what I think Nick Sirianni needs to learn how to do and grow with that and know that he's just not that great at the X's and O's yet on the offensive side.
So you got CMC, so I need a third quarterback. So you got Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. Who's your third quarterback?
Third quarterback? I mean...
Caleb Williams, I figured you were going to say. I knew it.
Yeah, Caleb Williams, definitely probably 23rd on that list. I mean... I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe NFC side since it's the weaker side, but they don't really have quarterback. I don't know. Give me Kirk Cousins. Fuck it. With all those weapons,
honestly, that's a sleeper.
Like all those weapons that you see Kirk Cousins and with the revenge tour because the Vikings didn't retain him, and then they went and traded for they went and drafted Bo Nix or not Bo Nix, they went and got Michael Penix.
Michael Penix.
I can see. I got Kirk Cousins.
So
as
you're
a
on Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Kirk Cousins. I got Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and C.J. Stroud. Let us know your early quarterbacks for MVP. Curious to see what you guys got. Speaking of the NFL games, we got to talk about the cost to watch these games.
Yeah.
In total. So let's start. YouTube TV is $73. Okay.
Yeah.
Peacock $6. Prime
Okay.
Video $15.
Okay.
Netflix $7. ESPN Plus $7, and NFL Plus $22. That's $135. If you take that times 5 months, that's $670. If you want to watch basically every NFL game. That's a little tough for your average fan that maybe doesn't have the ability.
That's for anybody. Like, what the fuck do I got?
Well, you can think. Let's go back to last year. Kansas City Chiefs were giving out free Peacock subscriptions to
some
the
players
fans
that were buying.
Like all their teams were giving out Peacock trips so you could watch the games.
So you watch your team. That's tough.
Streaming is becoming very popular now. Cable is coming back, fading. A lot of people are going streaming.
I guess to me, it just kind of depends how you view cable. Do you view cable as streaming or not? But like when I watched the game. I had to get Peacock. I did the free trial and then immediately canceled it. I'm like, I don't want that. Like
what do you think this means for like your average person? Like when I say average person, like
I think you're going to see
don't do all this extra stuff.
I think. Well, I mean, it could be a good thing in the sense that it could bring people closer together to watch the game, but I also think it could hurt the pockets of the NFL because it's going to turn a lot of people off because, like, a lot of people don't have
no
people.
one doesn't really have $73 for YouTube TV.
Well, a lot of people don't have people that have, all those subscriptions are willing to fork out a month.
I have Peacock, Prime Video, and Netflix. That's it.
I got Hulu. I got Hulu. I got Amazon Prime. I got Thursday night games. But you have people that are willing to just pay for even a month, and then people forget that they paid for it, and then they're not understanding where this like $8, $20, $30 is going. What the fuck is all this? But I think they're going to kind of phase out like the older people that like don't quite understand the subscription thing, and could lose people that are on a tighter budget now.
Yeah.
But again, the NFL's everything's driven by the almighty dollar. So I'm not overly surprised.
If you can.
But again, the games that they put on those channels, like Amazon Prime,
Thursday games have been ass.
The past 2 years, they've been overly, but for the majority of them, have been trash. So why am I going to get Amazon Prime? Everybody pretty much has Amazon Prime.
But also a lot of people stream, so you can literally get on something and see someone streaming the game too, and you can watch it. But not going to dwell on this one too much because I just don't think it needs to dwell. And Jim Harbaugh was given a 4-year show penalty, a 1-year suspension from college football for violating COVID-19 recruiting, meaning he had contact with players, and he wasn't supposed to.
Does that mean he touched him?
Well, this means he reached out to talk to them when he wasn't allowed to.
So it means he touched him?
Well, technically, yes.
Technically.
I guess.
So yes or no? What you're trying to say? So he broke the motherfucking rules, and they won a natty.
No, but that's not.
No, bitch. No, I'm saying he broke the.
Well, he did.
He broke the rules during COVID season of 2020. There's allegations of sign stealing, and then they win the natty and jumps to the fucking NFL to the Chargers. Does that natty get taken away?
And then it came out that more deleted text messages and
he asked and his deal to stay with the Michigan Wolverines. You can't be mad at me if more shit comes out. You can't suspend me. You can't fire me. They're like, dog. What do you mean? What do you mean? There's more? Does that natty get taken away?
Well, just like, yes or no? The one dude on ESPN said that Jim Harbaugh, he won. He got away with it, and
okay, same way with the Seahawks previous head coach.
Pete Carroll. Back at USC.
He got away with it.
So
he got because that's the scapegoat. I fucked up. Got us a well, he didn't get a natty. He got the Rose Bowl, and then the dude dipped out. So why are we not stripping from the COVID year till now all those records that they broke at the school, everything they won, and the natty because you broke the rules. That's how it works.
They've taken away
for less. More for less.
Yeah, so that.
And now, obviously, they're reinstating all of it now to the players that have.
Well, they gave Reggie Bush his.
Well, the Reggie Bush was the biggest one. Was the Heisman and the records and everything.
You let us know what you think. Do you think that the Michigan Wolverines should be stripped?
Well, they literally stripped KU basketball for a dude that the NCAA said can play and not play. They can't play. Say, he can play. We get to the Sweet 16 and like. Oh, I think it was like 2020 or maybe 2019, 2018. And then they just now came back and said, actually, he wasn't able to play. So now you stripped and you actually didn't make the Sweet 16. What the fuck do you mean? Who did they play?
Yeah.
I mean, they beat us, but who the fuck did they play? Nobody?
Back on the Olympic part, flag football is now going to be part of the Olympics in 2028.
Yeah.
A lot of people wonder.
In LA, in America.
Can we send NFL players?
Would that be interesting considering in the Olympics there's a 3v3
and we cannot,
and we're not allowed to send the NBA
NBA players.
Well, they're not allowed to send American NBA players, but the rules for this flag football apparently is there'll be 2 20-minute halves, so 40 minutes of football.
Yep.
The field will be 70 yards by 30 yards. 12 players on the roster, but 5 will play at once.
Yep.
No run plays within 5 yards of the red zone. Center snaps the ball, and he can run a route. Plays start at the 5-yard line, and the only first down is midfield.
So, that'd be interesting. They're adding flag football. Obviously, flag football's really kind of been taking over here a lot lately.
Well, a lot in the younger,
like the
kind
youth,
of younger in the youth, so, kind of help with. Which I'm not too overly mad at because there's no reason that we have these 10, 12, 13-year-olds in middle school and elementary school banging and hitting each other. Like that's a little early per se to just be banging like that. But I also think they should be teaching the younger generation also how to tackle, but. Properly, but that's more like middle school versus elementary school. Like elementary school should.
It's interesting. They're adding that to the Olympics. That's obviously in 2028 in LA. So something to look forward to. Be curious to see if NFL players will be allowed in there, or if it's youth, or if it's not. I'd be curious to see because I don't see no men out here playing flag football. Unless you're just going to go pick random dudes out at your local community.
Could you imagine Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson tossing it down to Tyreek Hill? Like, you're attacking Tyreek Hill. That's all I'm saying.
Like Justin Jefferson out there. Lamar Jackson is a dual threat with Patrick Mahomes. Oh, my God.
Lamar Jackson as your center? Oh, my God. What's the rules? How big is my center got to be my real center?
Shit, pretty much. He's got to be a real center. Wrapping this up, basketball. Team USA men's beat Brazil in dominant fashion. LeBron left in the third quarter. He got hit in the eye, 4 stitches.
Your poor dude.
I fucked somebody up in Brazil touching my king. I tell you what, don't touch my goat.
Oh, you poor baby.
I was pissed. I was ready to fly to Paris. Bitch.
Did you blow up SpongeBob? You blow up.
But shout out to France. They are going to the gold medal game. They beat Canada. They just beat Germany. That happened. Victor Wembanyama was ass against Germany. Against Canada, he had 7 points. Rudy Gobert who? He played 3 minutes against Canada, 5 minutes against Germany.
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert who?
Pretty fucking much. Like Victor Wembanyama was 4 of 17, was 1 of 8 from 3.
And this was against Germany.
Had 11 points. I mean, like, it wasn't like he was overly dominant, but like again, like a lot of people
they
say
are the first team that that's hosting the Olympics to make it to the gold medal game since 1996.
So next till 2028, baby.
So
we'll have LeBron
Team
again.
Team USA is playing Serbia. I think they're playing right now. I don't know the score of that game, but hopefully Team USA wins that, and we have France versus Team USA in the gold medal game. I think that'll be really interesting. And my man's pulling up the score. Has it started yet?
Yeah, we're in the second quarter, 3:20 with 3 minutes to go.
What's the score?
United States, 47 Serbia, 35 United States.
We're down 12 right now to Serbia. Not looking good. But the Olympics have been great. Honestly, I think the Olympics this year have been pretty much a success. We've turned into some of the things I didn't think we'd tune into: swimming, water polo, track.
We literally, on break today at work, we literally watched, like, dancing, swimming?
Yeah, dancing.
I
was out of breath watching. I'm like,
I was confused. I'm like, dude, I'm already out of breath watching.
But make sure you guys hit that subscribe button.
Well, we can't. We can't.
What happened?
You forgot your top 5.
Oh, yes. Almost forgot. We got our top 5 linebackers.
Since I went first last time, you can give your wrong list first this time.
So at number 5, I have Demario Davis from the New Orleans Saints.
That's cool to be wrong, like I've always said.
Oh, do I keep going?
You can go. You
number
can go.
4, I have Nick Bolton, Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow, that's talk about a home
Number
pick.
3, C.J. Mosley, Jets. Roquan Smith at number 2, Ravens, and Fred Warner from the 49ers at number 1.
Oh, damn.
What do you got, baby? Let's hear this list.
Unlike you, I'm not team biased.
I put him at number 4, baby.
At my number 5, I have Nick Bolton.
Okay.
Who I think is a very underrated linebacker. At 4, I have Demario Davis from the Saints, who had a combined 121 tackles.
Okay.
3, I have Roquan Smith. At 3, I had 158 combined tackles. At 2, I have C.J. Mosley that had 152 combined tackles. And at number 1, I had Fred Warner that had 132, 4 picks, and 2.5 sacks.
Dude, we had right was Warner. Everybody else we had flip.
Well, I can't help yours is wrong.
Great minds think alike, man.
Great mind. Your mind is wrong because my list is perfect.
My mind was right there with you.
No.
And mind you, we don't do this list together.
No,
so this is great.
Your list is horribly wrong.
No.
My list is right. I have
you
said.
let us know what you think about the list.
You're
Who's right? Are you Team Jacob or Team Brandon? Team Jacob.
So who we got? So we got offense next week. We've done wide receivers.
We've done tight ends.
So you want to do running backs? Because we can't give you guys quarterbacks yet.
We haven't done running backs yet?
No, we did wide receivers. Because we had Tyreek Hill, Jefferson,
right.
And then the other offense we did was Travis Kelce.
Yeah, so we're going running backs.
Yeah.
We're getting closer to them quarterbacks.
They're getting closer and closer. You guys want to keep tuning in to see who our top 5 quarterbacks is. His list will obviously be wrong.
Remember, you're Team Jacob. Don't be Team... What's your last name?
You say it.
No, I can't.
Yeah, then you a bitch.
McNamara, is that it?
I'm not marinara sauce. That's
marinara
all I know.
stick.
That's the marinara stick.
Are you Team mozzarella stick? Or are you Team Main Street?
You definitely want to be on the streets, do you? Like, good lord. Fucking hell.
Make sure you guys tune in next week. Hit that subscribe button. Like I said, go over and check us out on Facebook at Unsupervised Podcast. We'll have drink reviews on there. We'll also be having our drink reviews on YouTube as well. So make sure you check those out. We got some new ones for you guys. And if you have drink reviews for us, hit us up. Let us know so we can go get them and rate them for you. Have a good weekend.